What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here
And Laurel?
with the Daily Dirt, and we're gonna talk about the stimulus check, the $2,000. And don't you think it's kind of ironic that Republican President Donald Trump is the one who demands these $2,000 stimulus checks, and his own Republicans don't want to support him?
I feel like Trump is so polarizing sometimes. It's hard for anyone to support him unless you're like a diehard Trump fan. By the way, that senator that you had me look up, Paul Mitchell, today,
Mm-hmm.
do you know what the situation is around him?
No.
You really don't?
Maybe. Do I?
He quit the GOP because,
Just now?
like, within the past, week, because he's mad that the rest of the party is not supporting Donald Trump in the election and how he thinks there was cheating and all this. So he quit the party and retired because he's very upset that other people aren't supporting the president in the fact that he really did win the election.
So wait, so he's still a senator?
No,
He quit being a senator.
he quit.
What's his name?
Paul Mitchell.
Let's look this up. All right, so let's check this out. This is his tweet. Republican or Representative Paul Mitchell says, "Today I am disaffiliating from the Republican Party. See my letter below." Okay, so in this letter, he says, "As you well know, my voting record in Congress over the past 2 terms has been in line with President Donald Trump and the Republican administration's policies more than 95% of the time. Further, I voted for President Trump in 2020 general election despite some reservations about 4 more years under his leadership. I felt that many policies achieved during the Trump administration has been positive for our nation, whereas policies espoused by Democratic Party were too radical and did not reflect my principles." He goes on to say, "If Republican leaders collectively sit back and tolerate unfounded conspiracy theories and, quote, stop the steal rallies without speaking out for our electoral process, which the Department of Homeland Security says was the most secure in American history, our nation will be damaged. I have spoken out clearly and forcefully in opposition to these messages." He goes on to say, "As a result, I am writing to advise you both that I am withdrawing from my engagement and association with the Republican Party at both the national and the state level. I will support, contribute to, and fundraise for individual candidates who reflect the principles I hold dear. Further, by copy of this letter, I am also advising Ms. Laura Cox, chairman of the Michigan GOP, of this decision. I am also requesting that the clerk of the U.S. House of Representatives change my party affiliation to independent for the remainder of my term in office. While admittedly symbolic, we all know that symbols matter."
Hmm. So was I mistaken? Is he upset that people are saying that there's all sorts of conspiracies?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that basically that he's saying that they should just accept the electoral college results at this point, and he's changing his affiliation to independent. Let us know your thoughts down below in the comments, but it's really strange how the majority of Republicans don't want to go with what President Trump is saying here with these larger stimulus checks.
I mean, I don't think it's not surprising. I mean, the Republicans don't want to spend a pinch.
But we're in a crisis right now.
Tell that to Rant Paul. That's what I call him now.
Rant Paul. Should I start calling him Rant Paul on the show?
Rant with a T.
Rant Paul. What about your boy Ron Johnson? I mean,
at least he seemed like he felt bad. But that
I feel bad, but I don't think we should give out stimulus checks to anybody.
I mean, this is like the worst economy we've ever had right now. So
let's talk about something, because I talked about this a lot before the election. I really think that President Donald Trump should have pushed harder for stimulus checks and possibly done the executive order for stimulus checks before the election.
I still don't understand why he didn't do that. There
Yeah,
had to have been a
a
way.
legal reason. Okay, but let's just say that he couldn't do the executive order. Okay, even though he did do them for unemployment checks.
Yeah, I don't
So
understand
he
that.
did them for unemployment checks, but he didn't do it for stimulus checks. Why not push harder? Why not do this push that he's doing right now, right before the election? It was almost like in that last week or two before the election, he was kind of quiet on stimulus checks.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not really a Republican or a Democrat. I just think that if you're thinking strategy, that would have been a great strategy for him.
Mm.
Press for stimulus checks right before the election. And if you get stimulus checks out before the election, people are going to be like, wow, he really helped us out. Just like he for sure won some votes from that unemployment executive order.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So why not do the push that he's doing now? Why didn't he do that before the election?
My best guess is maybe his aides told him not to.
Yeah, but he's President Trump.
I know.
You
Well,
know that
well,
he doesn't
apparently they
really
told him not to talk
he
about
just like
demanding the 2000 a week ago.
well, yeah, and now he's like basically going against everybody here. The the House and the Senate have passed this bill, and then now all of a sudden, out of the blue, he comes up with this new demand.
I just wonder what his motivation is. Like, is there an ulterior motive here, or does he really want to send the payments? Or is he trying to stick it to somebody?
But who's he sticking it to by demanding these?
I
The
don't the
Republican
yeah,
Party?
yeah, the Republicans. You won't follow me, so here, I'm not gonna do what you like. I don't
Oh, you
know.
mean like maybe because he is kind of upset. He was upset when Mitch McConnell acknowledged that Joe Biden was the uh,
President elect.
president elect. And Mitch McConnell waited until the Electoral College actually came out and said, "Well, yes, the Electoral College certified Biden as the president elect." Now, again, it's still got to go to Congress, which is kind of like the last step that's going to happen here.
Hmm.
And there's a big debate on if Republican Congress is going to disassert themselves from what they're supposed to do.
I can't quite figure it out. I don't know if this is how he really feels or if it's some sort of chess move. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then
I
there's
want
this.
to deep down believe that that's really what he wants and what he thinks that the people deserve and need. But I also know that he's a politician and a businessman,
Well, he's not
and
a politician.
well, he is right now for the past 4 years.
Well, do you consider a president a politician?
Yes, that's the
I wouldn't.
leader.
I wouldn't, because they're not in Congress.
Well, all I know is I can't
Well,
quite pin it down whether it's his real
let me ask you
motive
this:
or
do you think this will end up hurting the American people more than it'll help them?
depends on how it ends out.
Let me ask you this: do you think they're going to pass the $2,000 bill tomorrow?
I mean, there's a chance. There's a chance because you just have to get a couple people to vote with the
You
Democrats.
need 13 Republican senators.
That's not that many.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, what about to pass the House? The House already has the majority, right? So they don't
yeah.
even need anybody. So it'll pass the House tomorrow unless some whack situation happens. And then he just
Which
needs,
it's 2020.
yeah. I know. I thought, hooray, we finally got a stimulus bill passed. And
So let me ask
nope.
you this. Let's say that Trump, well, let's just take him for his word that he's doing it just to make the people happy, just to give them the checks. People need it. It has nothing to do with the 230, amendment that he wants with the NDAA and all these different things. Let's just say he just wants a check. Let's say they don't pass the $2,000 checks.
Then
And
what?
we come down to the last day here where they're at the $900 billion bill he has to sign. You think he signs it? Or you think he says no deal?
I honestly, he's the type of person that if he wanted to, he could not sign it and say no deal. He's that kind of
The
person.
problem with that is that the new Congress comes in on Monday.
Hmm.
I think it's like January 4th or something. I don't have a calendar in front of me. I think it's Monday, January 4th. And then, I mean, Biden comes in on the 20th unless something crazy happens. So if he says no deal, I mean, literally, new Congress is coming in next week.
Yeah,
So I don't like. Can they get another deal done before?
I don't think so.
Because I mean, Biden comes in now at this point in 3 weeks. New Congress comes in a week. I personally think that he signs the bill on the last day if there's no deal.
Well, what is the last day?
He has like 10 days to
Oh,
sign
the
the
10
$900
days.
billion
The 10
bill.
days.
And I don't want to quote a day because there's a lot of confusion on when that 10-day begins because Congress didn't get him the bill for several days.
Yeah.
And there's some people in Congress saying, oh, we got him the bill the day before he left for Florida. And then there's other people saying, well, they had to fly the bill down to him in Florida. So does the 10 days start the day before he left when supposedly they gave him the bill? Which who verifies that? And then or does it start by the day that he got it in Florida, which was just like 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Or was it before Christmas or after
I think
Christmas?
it was Christmas Day.
Okay, so then it's only been 2 days. So he could have a whole nother week basically to decide on this. And by then, we'll kind of know what's going to happen with the $2,000 stimulus checks. I personally think he waits to the last day to see if we get the checks. And if we don't, he signs the stimulus bill. Honestly, I think he might sign this. Well, no, because he doesn't. Well, what do you think?
I don't know what's going to happen. It's too crazy to predict anymore.
And see, what's interesting is he could sign the bill if they get the larger checks. Now, remember, he doesn't like the pork that's in the bill, but that's in the government funding side of the bill, and those two bills are
Linked.
attached.
Yeah.
So for that to be undone, they have to go and basically redo that entire bill. And I think that'll be a nightmare.
Yeah.
So I think the two main options to get people support are to pass the $2,000 bill and or sign the $900 billion bill. I personally think that when push comes to shove, that he signs the bill. What do you think?
Guess we'll have to wait and see.
Let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you think he signs the bill if and or they pass the other bill, or if they don't? Let us know if you think he signs that bill at all down below in the comments.
Things this year have just been completely unpredictable. Things that you couldn't even have guessed or imagined could or would happen have happened this whole year.
Do you think things get better in 2021?
Oh, I'm scared if they don't.
Or do you think things stay the same for...
I think they're going to stay the same until April or May.
What are your thoughts about getting the vaccine? Because I know you've kind of had some differentiating thoughts lately.
I'll get it.
Let me just pause. You gotta look at the camera.
Yeah, I know. I'll get the vaccine maybe in the summer. I don't want to not have the protection, but...
So if you were able to get the vaccine next month, I know that's probably a little early. February.
No, I want to wait a little while.
See, I kind of want to get it because I want to be able to travel and I want to be able to just not have you living in fear.
I'm not. I'm fine here in my little island where we don't see anybody.
Yeah, but like when summer comes, we're gonna want to get out of the house, aren't we?
Yeah, and then I'll get the vaccine.
Yeah, well, but like you need right now you need 2 shots, so you have a month.
Yeah, I could do it in April and May.
You just want to see if people become zombies.
I don't want to grow any extra limbs or anything like that.
I don't know. An extra arm could be. Then you could be cooking, cleaning, and editing with 3 different arms.
Yeah, maybe I do need an extra arm.
Maybe we should take it then.
Oh, God.
So let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to this new channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss out on new videos. We don't have a set schedule yet, so just click the bell icon, turn that notifications on so you get notified when we actually go live.
Are you laughing about thinking that I have an extra arm?
I would never do such a thing. So don't forget to subscribe. You can click this top video here to watch my newest video on this channel. And this video is my newest stimulus check video on the It's Jimmy channel. New video coming out at 8 p.m. tonight, 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. every single day on the It's Jimmy channel. We got some new breaking news actually for you guys at 8 p.m. So thanks, guys, and we will see you in the next video.